in my current role now, they pay me like $16 per hour. The first salary I got as a virtual assistant, not medical virtual assistant, was $3 per hour.
Thank you very much, Amarachi. I'm very grateful for accepting to come and speak to my audience who are interested in this virtual assistant thing we're coming to talk about. I'm very grateful.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a very busy schedule for you. I can even see from our conversations how it took time for me to get you to come on this channel. But I so much appreciate that. And I know my viewers will appreciate that as well. So to get you started right away, I would like you to introduce yourself and what you do to the viewers.
Oh, okay. Hi. My name is Amarachi. I'm a registered nurse with 4 years of experience working in the healthcare system, and but currently I work as a medical virtual assistant. That's I work for different clients across different countries as a medical virtual assistant. So basically, yes, that's what I do.
Great. That's nice to know. And I made a video that took the attention of so many people about this virtual assistant where I was saying if I were still in Ghana, considering how it has become difficult and more capital intensive to travel to the high income country,
Mhm.
I would have explored this virtual assistant thing until maybe I get opportunity to travel. And a lot of people seem to be interested. So I said, okay, why not look for somebody who has actually done it before or is doing it to come and give us first-hand information on how it is done and how to go about it. So I happened to chance upon your video on TikTok and then I said, okay, let me get in touch. That's how come I got in touch with you. Going into the process of
Okay.
becoming a virtual assistant, what kind of clients do you work with?
Okay. I work with different clients. For now, I work in two different industries. That's the healthcare and the e-commerce. So I work with health and wellness brands, like clients with health and wellness brands. I also work for solo practitioners, like medical doctors that need my administrative skills. And for
Right.
the one of e-commerce, I don't really do so much for them. I just do like things like lead generation for them majorly, but everything I do is just the administrative aspects of healthcare so far.
Wow. That's really an impressive way of exploring global opportunities. So, what is it like a typical day for a medical virtual assistant? What do you do?
Because of the nature of my job and the country where I am currently based in, I'm based in Nigeria time zones, like for instance, EST or CST. So the nature, a day in my life is majorly like, working at night where
Okay.
most people are asleep or something in Nigeria. So what I do majorly during that time is that for the ones that may need to respond to their clients, like I said, health and wellness brands, I will help them send out some messages, check some responses, collect data, like just majorly everything that is in healthcare. Then so for the solo practitioners, may have their plate tied up, like who may have a lot of tasks on their plate. I will help them to organize their calendar, help them with their email management, help them to reach out to people that they want me to reach out to, and yeah, and so much more. So
Well, it
that's
seems
basically what I do in a day.
right. It seems like you have so much to do, and I mean, you have to multitask, you have to use so many tools and stuff like that. We'll come to those ones, but just
Yeah.
getting into it, it seems like I mean, it's a busy thing to do. How did you even first come about going to virtual assistant to even decide that okay, I'm specializing to become a medical virtual assistant? How did you first learn about this?
Sometime in 2022, I've actually been doing something similar. I was working as a registered nurse at the time in hospital. So I was doing something like similar, but I didn't know virtual assistant was actually a thing. I didn't know it was there was a
Okay.
name attached to it. It was just the basic things I used to like help some medical practitioners do. So sometime last year, that's 2024, I came across this program ALS Africa where everybody was talking about virtual assistant, virtual assistant. I didn't know what it was. So I decided to, I'm a very curious person. I decided to sign up to see. I was free at the time. It was like it wasn't paid. So I signed up and took some courses. I'm like, oh, okay. I could do this thing while also working as a registered nurse in Nigeria. But then when I got into it, I realized that it was actually like what I've always wanted to do. You know, I could work from home. I could like I had time to myself and also got paid well than working in an actual hospital in Nigeria. So I started as a virtual assistant, general virtual assistant. When I started as a virtual assistant, I was all over the place, and I just knew that I needed to do something in the healthcare system. Since I'm a medical practitioner, read about medical virtual assistant because I know a country, the Filipinos do it very well. I said
Mhm.
I must get into this, so that was how I got
Right.
into becoming a medical assistant. Yeah,
Right.
so
You mentioned the
that's yeah.
Filipinos, and I must say they are all over the place because during my research, even all the agencies I'm finding are like Filipino based agencies and stuff like that. So I really got to know that they are very much into this. Now, my next question was going to be how you, the first step you took, but you had mentioned it that you took ALX Africa Virtual Assistance Program, and I suppose that was your first step
Yeah.
in getting into this job role.
Yes, exactly.
And did you have to take any other course? Do you have to learn any other skills to be able to deliver your services very well?
Yeah, of course. Well, ALS just gives you the general thing about virtual assistant. Like it gives you a general approach to it. But if you want to niche down completely, you have to take like different courses because you're in the healthcare. And first of all, I already have like some experiences as a medical practitioner. So I know how the healthcare system runs, which gives me
Mhm.
an advantage. Then secondly, I took some courses online, like a medical billing and coding course on Udemy. I also
Okay.
took other courses about medical administrative administration on Udemy too. I also came on YouTube and made some researches on how to use some platforms or some tools to help me in order to help me, deliver my tasks very well.
If you want it, then you must go for it. And once it is
Yeah,
something that
exactly.
is very competitive, everybody will want to have a competitive edge. So if you really want it, then you have to be a step ahead of the game. I mean, that is very
Exactly.
impressive. And you were very smart about it, I must say. Um,
Yeah.
so you have mentioned some of the courses you have taken and the things you have to do, the kind of researches you have to do. Now I'll go to finding your first job. How did you manage to get your first job? Did it take you a long time? And what did you have to do to be able to land that first job?
No, it didn't actually. Like I said, I didn't get a first job as a medical virtual assistant. It was more of as a virtual assistant. And I did it by word of mouth. I reached out to a couple of friends, and one connected me to an agency that she worked with, and that was how they hired me. So I didn't like have to apply or send my resume for that particular one. But subsequent ones, I got them through personal branding on LinkedIn and reaching out to clients.
In my video, I was telling people that they should go to LinkedIn and search for the job role and look at the profile of people who are already doing these jobs, look at the companies they are working for, and also look at their kind of connection, the kind of things they are doing on LinkedIn, because that is the only way you can model after them, even indirectly, to get to do what they are doing. But in getting your first job, you said
Yes.
you have to reach out to friends. Were these people friends you knew already, or like they were people friends you made along the process through LinkedIn or through which platforms?
No, I knew them already. I knew they were working
Mm.
in top companies already. So I reached out to
Right,
them that, okay, do they have any opportunities for me or something as a virtual assistant? So
right.
yes.
Your network indeed is your network. If word of mouth could make it easy for you to get
Yes,
job, I mean
actually.
to get you started, because I had this one lady comment under my YouTube video saying that she has taken the
Mm-hmm.
ALS course, but she's not finding jobs. So she was asking me to make video on companies or agencies that are recruiting, and I said, okay, I will make research and come out with something for them. So I suppose by the end of this video, they will gather some tips and tricks to get into the space. Moving on, are there any particular tools like softwares or things that people have to master to be able to do these jobs? And which one do you currently use to be able to discharge your duties?
Okay, so when it comes to this particular question, I don't really give an accurate answer because different clients want you to use different tools for them. So what I say is
Okay.
that when you learn, I'm going to mention the tools, but what I always say is that when you come across these tools, try to have like and try to just go over it, right? Just try to know a
Mhm.
thing or two about the tool so that if a client reaches out to you or if you reach out to a client, you can always tell them that yes, you know this tool, you know how to use these tools. So far, you can always learn how to use Asana, ClickUp, because that's
Mhm.
what I use.
Okay.
Athena for EMR, yes, and Google Workspace. It's just like the basic ones, but you need to know how to navigate the tools properly, right?
Right.
Yeah, those are the tools that the basic major tools that I use. I still use other tools, but those are the major ones that I use.
Right. So this means that people have to know how to use time management tools, collaboration tools, because the tools you've
Yes,
mentioned, I mean, they are like productivity tools and softwares for online
yes,
conferencing and those kind of things.
communication tools too. Yes,
Right. I mean, obviously, this is a job where you are based in a different country and your employer is also based in a different country. So you have to find a way of starting our interview. I saw how you were struggling with the internet. Being based in Nigeria, how do you go about these internet issues?
I actually like have three different internets that I use. I use three different internets. I use my phone. I use solar Wi-Fi that I use in the house. But because I work majorly at night, I don't really get like affected so much because my internet at night is very, very good. So I
Good.
don't necessarily get affected a lot. Yes. So it depends on the time that you work and the type of client you work for too as well.
Right. So apart from the internet challenge, are there other challenges that you meet day in, day out in this?
Yes, of course. Yeah, at first I was finding it difficult to like handle a lot of clients at the same time. So I had to like
Right.
let go because I thought I could do everything at the same time. So I was finding it difficult to like, oh, okay, and some other tasks. So I had to let go. Number one is just like finding it difficult. But now I can arrange myself like properly. I know how to do everything very well because
Mhm.
I've mastered my craft and
Right.
everything. But at first I was having challenges with that. I also having challenges with network, but I have sorted that one out too as well. Okay, I had issues with time zones, but I've sorted
Mhm.
that out. I think I'm already on the right track. Like I don't have so far
Right.
no challenges yes anymore.
Yeah. I think that is the benefit of persistence and being consistent. With time, you
Yes,
fail, you learn, you correct mistakes, and then with time you become a master at it, and then you can see things more smoothly than someone who is starting freshly. Do you know
yes, yes.
any agencies that recruit people for these companies, apart from going to find individual companies to apply for jobs or going to look for job opportunities on LinkedIn? Do you know of any agencies or like recruitment companies that recruit people purposely or train them for these job roles?
The agencies that I know, to be honest, those are just the ones in the Filipinos. They hardly take like people outside of the Filipinos, right? So those are the
Okay.
agencies that I know. Yeah, and I know another agency, virtual staffing, right?
Mhm.
Those ones they can take, but you have to prove that you are actually good with what you do. And then majorly other things that I know are like startup companies and brands. I don't really agencies are very specific to the kind of people that they want, and they always want people from Filipinos. So
I
yeah.
saw that as well when I was doing my research because I found about three different agencies. One I can remember, Hello Rush or something like that. And then
Yes, exactly.
they are,
Yes,
yeah, they're
yes.
all like
Um,
looking for people from the Philippines and stuff like that.
so I got a job about on Glassdoor. I don't know if it's considered a job board.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
people
is.
hardly use it, but yeah, I've gotten a job there once. And then another one is Zip Recruiter. You can find on Zip Recruiter too as well. And then platforms like Upwork. There's a lot of job opportunities on Upwork for medical virtual assistants. Yes, and also on Instagram.
Oh, okay. So not just the job, but you can use your social media presence to influence the kind of jobs you get.
Yes, exactly.
You mentioned that at first you were struggling with managing multiple clients. How many will you advise someone to have as a beginner?
As a beginner, just start with one or two, to be honest. Start with one
Okay.
or two and then master your craft. And then you can always like make room for more. And the
Yeah.
reason is because you could lose your clients because you want to work for different clients. No, start with one. Use
Mhm.
it as a means of learning, internship or something, even if they pay you, but just use it to know how to work with clients from different time zones, to know how to handle all of them at the same time. It will
Okay.
help you in the long run, to be honest.
Social media happens to play a major part in this job. And LinkedIn being a professional platform, people have to capitalize it and leverage it to their advantage. How would you
Okay.
advise people who are aspiring to be medical virtual assistants to go about creating their social media profile, especially on LinkedIn? What kind of presence should they project in order to position themselves for these jobs?
I think personal branding is even more important. Yeah, in as much as skills are very, very important, but personal branding will take you places that even networking like may not take you on places like LinkedIn or maybe Instagram. Because I also use Instagram to get my clients. You are able to like attract professionals at the
Mhm.
top. Anyways, so if you're gonna brand yourself on LinkedIn, you have to first optimize your page with the right keywords and focus on one
Mhm.
thing. There are some people on LinkedIn that have like different services attached to them. You see somebody that is a data analyst, you see someone that is a data analyst on also he will also be like a customer care representative. The same person
Mhm.
is an engineer, same person is this, no. Like focus
Um,
on one particular thing. Let people know you for that thing, right? From your headline to your header to your pictures to your bio to your about section to the kind of post that you create on LinkedIn. Let
mhm.
it be about the services that you're offering to your potential clients,
Yeah.
right? Brand yourself properly that whenever they come across your page, they will see the impact that you or the value that you have to offer them, right? Because you wouldn't
Yeah.
want somebody to come to your page and they are confused about the what to get out of it. Right. So if you are
Okay.
branding, make sure that you optimize your page with the right. Let me say I'm a medical virtual assistant. I'll go and make researches on the right keywords to use on my about section, on my bio section. This is going to help my profile to rank So that whenever somebody searches me online or searches a medical virtual assistant, or maybe the services under medical virtual assistant, like medical receptionist or appointment scheduling, my profile is going to rank higher and they can easily find me. That's one thing about optimization, right? And using the right
Right.
keywords. So basically just brand yourself properly, like what you would expect. I always say this: put yourself in other people's shoes, right? If
Mhm.
you were the one looking for people to employ and you go to certain pages, who would you rather choose? You would choose the one that branded himself well, like somebody that actually has the kind of services that you have, that you want from them, the person
Mhm.
that maybe posts their results online, posts their outcome, posts the kind of things that they do that can help you. So you rather go for that person. Always see your potential clients as yourself. Who, what would they expect from me? What would they want to see in my page? What kind of
Mhm.
services would they want to see? What kind of results would they want to see? That's how you brand yourself properly and professionally online, so that whenever they come across your page, they know that it's value driven and you have
Right.
something to offer to them, right? LinkedIn is your
Mhm.
portfolio, right? It's not a place to post different things, it's your portfolio. So you have to be very strategic, very, very strategic, and also have to be
Right.
consistent,
I mean, this is
right?
like a master class. It's a few minutes on branding yourself to get these jobs, to be honest. This is why it is very important to look for
Really.
people who have already done these things or are doing them, so you can learn firsthand things they have learned, unlearned, the ones they have picked
Mm-hmm.
up, and those they are building with. So I'm very grateful for this information, and I hope my audience will be as well. Now, you
I'm
mentioned
sure.
being focused as one major thing that people need to do. What other things will you advise people to avoid when applying for jobs or putting themselves out there?
These are very, very desperate times, to be honest. Everybody is looking for how to, get from someone. So, in as much as there are real clients online, there are also very, very fake scams. So, online. So, these are the things that you should avoid when you're applying for jobs. If a job offer, like if you're speaking to someone and they want you to go to Telegram, I don't think anything good has come out from there when it comes to picking clients, especially even on
Right.
Facebook. You can get clients on Facebook too as well. But if
Okay.
they refer you to Telegram, there's a high chance that it's a scam.
Okay.
Secondly, on LinkedIn, there are some job posts that you see that has salaries that are too good to be true. You'll be
Mm.
seeing 200 and something thousand dollars. Like they are so too good to be true. You'll be seeing like $40 per hour. You have
Mhm.
to make your researches. Go to the person who posted it, read on them, like make sure that you read about them, the companies they work with. Go to the companies and make sure that you confirm that this person actually works with that company, right? And also the
Mhm.
third one also is emails. Like I've sent
Okay.
emails before to some posts I saw on LinkedIn, and the recruiters changed it, and we're talking now, instead of offering me job or telling me that I was not going to like get the jobs, they were talking about emails. I'm sorry, CVs, that my CV was not good.
Mhm.
Like majorly what recruiters do is they just tell you, unfortunately you're not able to, you know get this job
Offer
offer.
you.
But this particular, yeah, but this particular one was talking about my CV is bad. This is, I'm like, I don't understand. Am I getting the job or not? So what she was trying to do was to sell a service to me instead.
Okay.
Like she was trying to revamp my CV for me and have me pay. Do you
Okay.
understand? That's like that scam entirely.
Mhm.
You have to be watchful of all of these
Right.
things.
Yeah, mentioning the ridiculous amount people are advertising as remuneration for the jobs. I know this is very uncomfortable to you. You did mention to me, but if you can give us a range in terms of salary expectations,
Okay.
because that is one thing people would look for before even trying to take this kind of jobs.
Exactly. The first salary, to be honest, let me just say the truth. First salary I actually got, because they pay me per hour, right? The first salary I got as a virtual assistant, non medical virtual assistant, was $3 per hour. It wasn't
Okay.
so much, it was a little. And I just took that as an internship. But
Mhm.
subsequently, my current role now, they pay me like $16 per hour,
No,
right?
that's good.
Oh, and also, it also depends. Yeah. So it also depends on how many hours you are working.
Okay.
I work like 30 hours a week.
Oh, that's very good
And because I work
because
for, yeah, I did a combination also. I also work for other people too.
right. No, because you are a pro now, so you can combine various people. So you see, if
Yes.
probably someone like Amarachi comes online to say that I earn $30 an hour in as a virtual assistant, you should not rush and think you can also get it right away. Because if you listen from the conversation up to this point, you realize that she started with $3 an hour. If she gave
Yeah,
up,
exactly.
she wouldn't have gotten to this point, because if one person or one client is paying her like $16 an hour and she gets just two clients for a period of 3 months, she will be okay with that, even though she has capacity to even take more than five clients at this point, I believe. So it is a gradual
Yeah.
process. So if you want it and you want the remuneration to be good, then you have to be persistent for some time, gather the experience, gather the skills, and be someone that clients will be willing to work with or will be hungry for. I think that is what has brought her to this point.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you are looking into becoming a virtual assistant, then you should head over to social media, especially LinkedIn. Look for people like Amarachi, look at their profile, look at what they are doing, look at the kind of content they are putting out there. They are being intentional about them. Okay? Because if I can be in Nigeria and earn $16 an hour and I'm able to do even 40 hours a week, that is enough for me to live
Yes.
comfortable life in Nigeria. I wouldn't even need to travel to US, UK, or even Canada, any place like that. You know, so it is a gradual process. It's not going to be bloom overnight. It will take time to
Yes.
grow.
You have to be consistent and don't give up easily, because you may be applying for jobs and not getting like the jobs, maybe because you're not doing
Mhm.
it strategically, or you're not using the right keywords, or you're not giving them what they actually want. But like, make sure that even if you want to apply for job, make sure that you actually even have the skills first, because most people just apply for jobs without like no skills or
Mhm.
nothing. Do you understand? And because of these clients that I work for, they are not Nigerian clients, which means that their money, they actually value their money very well.
Mhm.
So they have to make sure that whoever they are giving this tax to actually know how to do the tax. If not, they're going
Mhm.
to lay you off immediately. So if you are trying to apply for jobs, make sure that you're actually skilled enough so that when you get the job, you will know how to do it and do it well. Or
Very
let me
well.
say, make sure that you are teachable, right?
Right.
And you are open-minded, so that even if you don't know how to do it, you are always willing to learn. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that can also always help you with anybody that you choose to work with.
Can someone with just their phone be able to do this work, or they will need a laptop?
You will need a laptop, to be honest. You
That was
will
a
need a
silly
laptop.
question, isn't it? What is the biggest lesson you have learned since you started working as a virtual assistant?
Uh, Number one, I don't know if I will call it lessons, but persistence. Try to be
Yeah.
persistent in everything that you do, because there are times where you apply for jobs, because at the beginning I was applying for jobs, to be honest, I did not get. You have to be persistent and consistent, and also you have to learn to be proactive, right? Because there are clients that you work for that may not be messaging you back, as like they may not be very responsive. You
Yeah.
have to be the one to make sure that you text them, you message them. You have to be proactive. And communication. you must learn how to communicate. And I think that communication works well in all aspects of life. So it's not just about this role. Once you know how to
Yeah.
communicate, it's easier for you to talk to anyone. Like it's easier for you to work with people. It's easier for you to talk. It's easier for you to perform your duties very well. And just give them what they want. To be honest, just give
Right.
them what they want. Yeah.
Right. That is very good. Coming from someone who's experienced in the job, you must take it. If not, you will find yourself wanting. Do you offer any services should in case somebody want to reach out to you for coaching, for mentorship? And if you do, where can people reach out to you?
So far, no, but I think I will start. I'll put that in mind very soon because I
Right.
want to start coaching to help others also, get job offers and
Right.
attain financial security. So I'll put that in mind. For so far, no, I don't at the moment
Yeah,
because
I
I still
think
have a lot
you
that
should
I do.
start because a lot of people will be coming to find out from, even though some of them you've given every good information over here, people will still come to you. In my position as a content creator, the kind of messages you get, WhatsApp messages, emails, DMs from platforms is very overwhelming. So if you have to get people
Get
coming
a
to ask you individual questions about this thing, you cannot answer them, to be honest, because you have tight schedule. So if you have a coaching program or a mentorship program where you are able to mentor a cohort, then you are sure that okay, I have a group of 10 people and I'm able to give them this information, teach them my experiences, those kind of things. I mean, it gives you leverage as well. So it is something you should look at. The time you have spent with us to make this video, to go a long way to help people. People have done the ALX course because even if I don't know, one person has commented under my video and her only challenge was how to find jobs. So having an insight from you will help them navigate their path. So we are so
okay.
grateful. And if the need be that we bring you back again, we'll bring you back on the channel.
Okay, that's fine.
If you have any final words for my viewers, we'll be glad to take it. I don't know if people can reach out to you. I've said
Okay.
already, I reach out to her through LinkedIn. So if you want to reach out, if she approves
Okay.
of it, then you have to go to LinkedIn too. And she has a
Yeah,
very good
yeah.
TikTok page with so much information. I'll share that on the screen. You can go and follow her on TikTok. It has so many information over there. Most of the information you saw in my video, I got them from her before doing my own research to add up. So you should take advantage of her presence on social media. You were going to say something.
No, I said I'm gonna have that in mind, and you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn if you want. So I may not respond on time, but I will respond.
Yeah, she will respond because I sent her message. I think it took like 3 days, but she still responded. And yeah, but I understand because knowing the kind of work she is doing, and I mean, people don't live idle, they have their things to do. And it's not every day you
Yeah,
come on LinkedIn. Sometimes you just post and you leave the platform, you don't come back until you
yes,
want to come back to see what
yes.
is going on. If you have any final words for my viewers, we will be glad to take it.
Oh, okay. My final words, to be honest, like I said before, please be persistent because, I mean, if you don't apply for jobs, like someone asked me a question, like, what am I sure I'm gonna get a job after taking all the courses that I mentioned? And my answer was, you went to school for like 4 years or 5 years. What's the guarantee that you're gonna get a job after going to school? The only way you're going to get a job is if you are persistent, if you network, if you apply, if you are consistent too as well, if you try to brand yourself properly. So this is not just about the medical virtual assistant, but all area or all walks of your life. If you do something, just go ahead and take a course and you don't do anything after taking that course, you are most likely not going to move forward. The only way to move forward is to keep trying. Do you understand?
Right.
Yes, things may not be as easy as you want it. You may not have gotten your job. You're still earning 50K in Nigeria, in Naira or whatever currency that you
Okay.
have. But it doesn't mean that it cannot change overnight. right? I've seen people that
Right.
didn't have like thing that just, after a couple of months, after equipping themselves with different skills, they got better, they start earning more. So just make sure that you are consistent with whatever skill that you are taking and whatever course that you are taking, and make sure that you keep applying. You are going to get something someday.
Right. So all Amarachi is trying to tell you in a simple phrase is take the risk.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Thank you for having me.